Hello everyone, welcome to our Frankenstein series. Today is the final episode, volume 3 of this book. Volume 3 of Frankenstein belongs in the Hall of Fame of Literature. This part of the book cements Mary Shelley's masterpiece as timeless. There are countless retellings and reinterpretations of Frankenstein across all art forms for over 2 centuries. The writing is so smooth and immersive. You simply slip into the world, and the mood Shelley creates is dark, is gloomy, and is deeply philosophical. By the time I closed this book, I felt like I was cheated for so many years. This is by no means a horror story. It's never about monsters or blood or killing. It's a psychological suspense, a meditation on what it means to be human. It asks profound questions about compassion, morality, life, and identity. What defines life? Is it how we look or who we are on the inside? By chance, I read another novel right after this, which is Philip K. Dick's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. It felt like a spiritual successor to Frankenstein. The two shares a strikingly similar core theme. What makes us superior to what we create? If we give our creations the same appearance, intelligence, and moral framework as ourselves, do we have the right to deny their personhood? Similarly, if we bring a child into the world, can we claim ownership over their identity? Or are they an independent spirit capable of living their own life and make their own choices, even their own mistakes?
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Volume 3 begins with Victor Frankenstein spiraling into guilt and despair. By this point, he has lost so much: his family, his peace of mind, and his moral compass. The creature, or the monster, now consumed by rage and rejection, is determined to make Victor suffer. The monster demands that Victor creates a female companion for him, someone who would share his pain, his look, and his loneliness. Victor agrees at first, only to later destroy the female creature in horror at the thought of those two monsters reproducing. This decision seals his fate. What follows is a game of cat and mouse across Europe. The monster kills Victor's best friend and his wife Elizabeth on their wedding night. The heartbreak is unbearable for Victor, and Victor swears vengeance. He chases the creature to the icy wilderness of the Arctic, where the story begins to loop back to the frame narrative with Captain Walton. By the end, Victor dies. He died in despair because he didn't get his revenge. He even asked Captain Walton to continue chasing the monster, killing the monster for him. The creature lost his purpose too. He is devastated by his creator's death. The creature denies his own existence and vows to end his own life. The book closes with the monster disappearing into the icy darkness, leaving the reader with a heavy sense of tragedy and unanswered questions. If I had any regret about this book, it's that I didn't get to read more about the creature, the monster. He only narrates a small section in the middle, leaving so much blanks. But maybe that's the charm of this book. That's the brilliance of Mary Shelley's plot design. So good. It leaves you wanting so much more. At its core, Volume 3 asks, what makes us human? The creature has the capacity for love, intellect, and morality, but he is denied humanity because of his appearance. Victor, by contrast, looks human but fails to act with compassion and responsibility. Shelley challenges us to think about the consequences of creation. If we bring life into this world, whether a child, a scientific invention, or even artificial intelligence, what obligation do we have to it? The theme of loneliness runs deep in this volume. The creature's agony stems not just from rejection, but also from utterly alone. His request for a companion is not monstrous. It's a plea for connection. It's worth crying over, something even human craves. Victor's refusal isn't just a rejection of the monster, it's a rejection of his responsibility again as a creator. Morality is another central thread. Victor's choices are driven by fear rather than reason. He destroys the female creature, assuming she will bring chaos without giving her or the monster a chance. This act of cowardice highlights the dangers of making decisions out of prejudice or assumption. Lastly, Shelley's philosophical exploration of life and death reaches its climax. The Arctic setting mirrors the stark, unforgiving nature of existence. Victor and the monster both stand at the edge of life, grappling with its meaning. For Victor, life becomes a torment. For the monster, life is a curse inflicted upon him by his creator. Both characters are trapped in their own suffering, and neither finds peace. Volume 3 of Frankenstein delivers an emotional and a philosophical gut punch. It's a story of failure. Victor's failure to take responsibility, the creature's failure to find acceptance, and humanity's failure to act with compassion. But it's also a story of enduring questions, even relevant today. What does it mean to create life or intelligence? How do we define humanity? And most importantly, how do we confront the consequence of the power we wield? Mary Shelley's work feels as relevant today as it did in 1818. In an age of AI, we are at the age of finally creating something that's shockingly similar to ourselves. These questions have only become more pressing. Like Victor Frankenstein, we are creators of technology, of systems, of life itself. And like him, we must grapple with the moral weight of that power. It's a timeless exploration of the human condition. So pick it up, finish it up, and let Shelley take you on this unforgettable journey.